Hey, I'm talking to you. Recruiting advice for everyone. It's the Gridiron Studs Show. One of the biggest questions I get from potential college football recruits is about camps. Every offseason they want to know about camps. Where are the camps? What are the camps? Well, I'm not going to be able to tell you where all the camps are, but I am going to break down the different types of camps that there are for you. And the major camps we're talking about that you're going to have access to really fall into three categories. And we're going to talk about what those three categories are today. But before we do that, drop a comment and let me know if you've been to a college camp so far or a college football recruiting camp. Have you been to one already? And if so, what's the best college football recruiting camp that you've been to so far? So just drop that comment right now and let me know. Be fun to read what those are. So what are the types of camps? They fall into three different categories. Category number one are local camps. And local camps are just that. They are just what they sound like. They're camps in your local area, usually put on by someone that's heavily into recruiting or maybe by a trainer in your area. And they're gonna have guys there and go through a certain amount of drills. Perhaps you'll do some type of combine drills where you run 40-yard dashes and shuttles and do a broad jump and things of those nature. They may even promise you that video or test results from the camp will get sent out to the colleges. I wouldn't put too much stock in that getting me attention or that those results will even get to the colleges. But what you get out of local camps is a chance for you to compete against people that are not in your high school, the best of the best from your local area, and it also gives you a little experience in attending camps. So you want to try and go to some of those local camps. Obviously support the people in your area that are trying to support you in terms of recruiting or trying to get you exposure. So again, I wouldn't put too much into the fact that the information or whatever happens at that local camp is going to get directly into the hands of colleges, but what it does provide for you is an opportunity to compete against the best in your local area and kind of see where you stack up. And it's also going to give you a chance to get a little bit used to the whole atmosphere of going to camps and competing and building a little bit of camaraderie. And you can also meet people in your local area, other players, other coaches, as well as people that may be connected to, so perhaps somewhere in the world of college football recruiting. So it's an opportunity for you to get out and meet people and, like I said, get used to the whole atmosphere of competing at camps. Second type of camp is a showcase camp. Now, these are the big daddies that get all of the attention. They're the NUC camps, they're the Rivals camps that's now connected with Adidas. There's also the opening camps that will come. Camps that are usually put together with a high-profile recruiting outfit as well as with a shoe company. So Nike runs the opening and Adidas is combined with Rivals, and they'll get around the country. Now, they're not going to get to every state, certainly not every city in the country. That would be impossible. But if you have one near in your area, try to attend one of those showcase camps. Because whereas a local camp will get you into competition with guys in your local area, heading out to one of these camps now puts you in competition with people in your region. And one of the most important things you need to be able to do when you're trying to get recruited and you're playing high school football is to kind of know where you stack up to the competition. Some guys in certain parts of the country will never see their competition. The same people that they are vying for or vying with and competing against for those college scholarships, if you don't get out and around, you're not going to really know who your competition is. And it's very important that you know that. So get out and compete against these guys. The earlier that you can do this, the better, because now you'll know what you need to work on. But here's the thing about showcase camps. Most of those showcase camps are by invitation only. So you kind of needed to have done something on the field or have a little bit of recruiting traction for you to get invited to one of these showcase camps. And if you're lucky enough to get invited to a Rivals camp or the opening invitational or NUC or Top Gun or any of the number one of those high profile showcase camps, go in there and compete. And that's what you're trying to get out of it. Don't worry about if you didn't make MVP. Don't worry about if they didn't put you on the all camp team. And don't even worry about if that information or anything that you did in that day is going to get sent directly to the coaches. The Showcase Camp is a chance for you to see, first of all, where you are, where do you stack up against the best talent in your region, and it also gives you the chance to get used to the atmosphere, the big time atmosphere of competing, because that's going to pay off for you later when you go to the third kind of camp that I'm going to talk about in a minute. Also gives you a chance to network with other people that are in the same boat or in the same field that you're trying to get into. So you're going to have a chance to meet with other coaches, meet with other players, talk to them about how things are going in recruiting and how they're going about it. You can also talk to reporters from places like 247 and Rivals and some of the other college football recruiting outfits. So go out there and network, do the best that you can, compete, and then take stock of where you are in terms of against the competition at your position regionally. But let's talk about how you can get invited to these camps. There are a number of ways. First of all, you've done really, really well on the gridiron and you have some type of video that you can show, a highlight video. You can reach out to one of these outfits if they've not invited you yet, show them your highlight video. But I gotta tell you, the highlight video has to be good. It can't be a highlight video where you just have routine plays. You have to know that. I've played well, I've got outstanding plays on here. I've watched some of the other guys that have been invited to the camp, and I have highlights that are equal to or better than theirs. So you can use that. Or a lot of these places will have a combine at some point before the camp. So if you want to be invited to the camp, you can go to one of those combines, and with a tremendous performance at the combine, if you go there and run a great 40, or you're able to get a high spark score if you go to the Nike combine, then you can earn yourself an invitation to one of these showcase camps. So if you've not been invited to one of these camps, go check out, go to their websites and see if they have a combine that you can attend ahead of time. Go there, show out at the combine, and you'll get your invitation to the camp. Another way to get invited is also to stay on top of your marketing. Let's be honest, folks. On top of being a great player or having a great measurables, you got to market yourself. That's where we are in this game at this point. So make sure you have a Twitter account. Make sure your name's on your Twitter account and it's not just your nickname. Have a link to your highlight video there as well. And as you go through your season or you're going through your off season and you've done something spectacular, maybe you're really good in the weight room, or you're spectacular in track, or you've done something great at your 7-on-7 events, go ahead and put those clips on your Twitter account or your Instagram account. You've got to market yourself. Let's be real. There's so many people that are trying to get where you are. How are you going to stand out in the crowd? That's certainly not going to happen if you're staying quiet and you're not showing the best of you. I know many recruits out there that do really good stuff in the weight room. They could bench over 300 pounds and they never care to ever put that stuff out there. Everything that you do that could attract a college football coach should be a part of your social media account. That's what you should be using your social media account for if you're trying to get recruited. So take those clips from your 7-on-7 or your, oh, you know what? If you're going to a local camp and if you've done well at the local camp, let's say you're an offensive lineman and you had some great one-on-one reps at your local camp, have someone film it when they go out there with you. Take dad, mom, friend, brother, have someone film at the local camp, and that's another way that you can get the local camp to work for you. So you take your clips from the local camp, you put them on your Twitter or your Instagram account, and now that's a way for you to benefit from what you did at the local camp. And you do enough of those, you put enough of that stuff out there, hey, maybe you go viral for something great that you did at one of these local camps, and that could be a way that you get invited to the showcase camp. Do well at the showcase camp, build up a little bit of momentum for yourself, and now we can talk about getting you an offer, because the third type of camp is where that's going to happen. And that third type of camp is the college camp. And these are my favorites of all, because what is better than performing actually in front of the guys that can give you that college scholarship offer? And that's going to happen at the college camp. The college camp happens on the college campus. It's going to be run by the colleges of that school, and the staff is going to be the ones directly coaching you. So they're going to be able to directly work in with you, and they're going to be coaching you, and they're going to be able to evaluate you right then and there. More college scholarship offers are given out at college football camps than they are at any of these other camps. So while I don't want to discount showcase camps or local camps, they all have their place to play and they are fun. Going to that college camp if you're playing well and you can go perform well right in front of those coaches, is how you're going to get your college scholarship offer. So what you're going to need to do is in the off season, summertime comes around, you're going to need to plan out those college camps that you want to go to. And I look at it like this. Go to 3 schools that have either shown interest or that you feel pretty good that you can get an offer from, that you're on their level. And then you put 2 aside as what you might want to call dream schools or schools that you're striving for. And you go there and you try and perform well. If you knock it out of the park, you have yourself a really great day. Or if you're actually that good, you may be getting an offer from that school. Now you'll just have to follow it up with a solid season on the gridiron and continue to progress. Whatever the case may be, whether you've done great at a local camp, a showcase camp, or at a college camp, that's no time for you to relax. If anything, it should energize you to keep working, keep getting stronger, keep getting faster, keep getting more skilled, and to perform better on the football field. Because though you want that eyeball on you, though you want those offers, once they're on you, now the pressure's on, now there are expectations, and now it's time for you to really ramp up your level of play. Another kind of camp that will fall into the showcase category will be tryouts for the local 7-on-7 team. More and more 7-on-7 team tryouts are attracting college football recruiting media because they realize it's just like any other camp and it attracts the best of the best from either the local area or the region. So because there's so much talent that's going to be on the field at the same time, it gives those college football recruiting outfits the opportunity to see all of this talent at one time, do their interviews, capture video, and kind of get their eyes on all of these potential recruits all in the same place. So if you happen to be in an area where there are 7-on-7 teams, big time 7-on-7 teams holding tryouts, that's a showcase camp you might want to go to. And like I said, the best thing about it is you don't have to be invited to those. It's kind of a come one, come all. So if you weren't invited, you can show up, of course, pay the fee if there is one, and go out there and perform well. Who knows? You go out there and have yourself a day and attract some of the college football recruiting media, then it's time you start getting some buzz on 247 or Rivals or any of the other college football recruiting media outlets. And it's worth the drive if you've got to do it too. So you live 4 or 5, maybe even 6 hours away, and that's the closest big time 7-on-7 tryout that's going to be in your area that's going to have college football recruiting writers there. Go ahead and make the trip. It's a worthy investment if you feel like you can stack up to the competition there. Or it's another chance for you to compete against guys in your region and see where you stack up and what you need to work on. But every year, for example, down here in South Florida, 7-on-7 tryouts come from South Florida Express, and that usually attracts the most media to any 7-on-7 event that there is around in the country. So if you can make yourself down to a South Florida Express tryout, which usually happens in January of every year, you have an opportunity to perform in front of college football recruiting media and compete against the best guys in your region, in your area. So you're either going to find out more about what it is you need to improve on, or you're going to go out there and have yourself a great day and attract some attention from college football recruiting writers and scouts. So to summarize, they're basically college football recruiting camps fall into 3 basic categories. They're the local camps put on by a local trainer or a local college football recruiting expert, let's say. Then there are also showcase camps that are put on by the big shoe companies, combined with some of the recruiting outfits like 247 and Rivals. And this can also include 7-on-7 tryouts. These are opportunities for you to compete against people regionally, not just locally, like in your local camps. You're going to compete against the best people in your region. That's a showcase camp. And then the final category is your college camps, where you actually go on the college football team's campus and you're coached by the actual coaches and their staff. And it's a chance for them to evaluate you in the flesh, one-on-one. If you perform well there, there's a chance that you can, that's the best chance for you to get a college scholarship offer from that school. And again, if you're watching this and you've been to a college football recruiting camp, go ahead and put the name of the college football recruiting camp in here. If you've been to numerous college football recruiting camps, go ahead and put in the comments the best college football recruiting camp that you've been to. I would love to find out what you guys think about which camps are the best ones out there. Also, if you like this video and this was informative for you, do me a favor, like the video, share the video, and then also subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so you're informed every time put out a college football recruiting video, dropping videos every week and educate you on the college football recruiting process. Also give some tips on playing various positions as well as defensive back here on my account. So go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell, and let's become friends on YouTube. Thank you. But before you go, if you're a high school football player, you absolutely must go download the GridironStuds recruiting app. I'm gonna have the link to download in the description of this video. Go download the app, create a profile, detail your athletic and academic exploits. You can upload your highlight video, put images, keep a recruiting status, everything that a college football coach needs to recruit you, and also keep college football fans updated. They're a big part of this whole thing for you. They want to know what's going on with your recruiting and where you're headed next. You can do all of that on the GridironStuds app, available on iPhone as well as Android. So hit the link, download it, and make yourself be seen. You need exposure, right? Well, you're going to get it on the GridironStuds recruiting app. So hit the link, download that. Until next time, thanks for watching. It's the GridironStuds Show.